everybody. How you doing? So, sorry about yesterday. I was locked out of my account, and there was nothing I could do about it. So I think it's because I'm in Sweden right now, and there is, they were like, whoa, we don't recognize what's going on here. Even though 2 days before, I was doing my show here in this exact same spot. Anyway, finally got around to getting back to it today. Welcome back. Thanks everyone for tuning in. It is 196. That's the episode I'm on, 196. It's crazy. I can't believe how fast these episodes are just coming along. Just almost next week, it'll be my 200th episode. 200. I cannot believe it. It's crazy. What's up, everybody? How you doing? I see you all saying hello in chat. Good to see you, chat. I missed you guys yesterday. What's up, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Today, we're going to be talking about discrepancy in votings. That's right. We've got some stuff going on in New York State, or New York City, the mayoral race. And there was just a big, huge error that the Democrats are like, oops, we left in the test votes. Sorry. Ugh. Yeah, our bad. Anyway, we're going to talk about that because it's ridiculous. Then we're going to talk about Gavin Newsom. This dude's cheating. That's right. Straight cheating. This guy has moved the date of the recall election essentially for his favor, and it's kind of BS. So it kind of goes hand in hand with Democrats cheating, because he is. Anyway, we're going to talk about it. Then I want to talk about Asteroid Day. Now, this was yesterday. Obviously, I didn't do a show, but it was Asteroid Day yesterday. You know I'm going to have to talk about Asteroid Day. So, yeah, we're going to talk about Asteroid Day, what happened, why it is a thing. Which is a great thing because, I mean, asteroids fly around us all the time, and we should be prepared just in case. I mean, you've seen the movie Armageddon, right? I mean, come on. It's basically a true story, right? No. Anyway, it could be. I mean, it could be. We probably wouldn't use miners to go out there and do it. We'd probably have professionals that know what they're doing. But, yes. And then we're going to talk about long-lost Olympic Games. Now, I just wrote Forgotten Games, but really what it's going to be about is old games that were once part of the Olympics and now are no longer part of the Olympics. It's kind of fun. There's it's a cool article that I found with pictures that we can see and actually with the actual the winners and what they did and how well they did in the events. So we'll see. Oh, yeah. All right. So before I get into it, please go check out my Instagram. It's Crigler Coffee Instagram, not mine, personal Instagram. I could care less about that one. But check out my Crigler Coffee Instagram because people post. This is something my mom drew. This is the monkey Frode. And also this weird thing that just got posted. I don't know how I feel about it, but people are going to post anyway. Check out my coffee. It's delicious. It's the best coffee that I've had because it's mine. And also, we get the good stuff. So definitely check it out if you haven't tried it. And then please go follow me over on Odyssey. Really easy to find. Just odyssey.com and type in The Crigler Show. And yeah. All right, so let's get into it. I want to talk about what's going on in New York City. Now, I left New York City. How long ago did I leave? 2019, summer of 2019. And honestly, New York died a long time ago. I moved to New York in the early aughts, 2003, 2004. And no, it was 2003 when I moved there. I was 19. And it was awesome. It was rugged. CBGBs was popping. There was just like, there were stickers on everything. You know, I don't know. There was something so awesome about New York City. And then there was a time, I think it was like 2008, 2009, when CBGB's, or maybe it's, I don't know, it was late aughts, 2010. I don't recall exactly, but CBGB's got taken over by John Varvatos or something, right? And it changed. Something about the New York vibe ended along in those years. I don't know, it just wasn't the same anymore. And it became this mall. It became a, I don't know, a place. I feel it just wasn't the same. Didn't have its edge anymore. And now these kind of stories are coming out. It just proves New York is really just not the same anymore. Error Mars vote count in NYC mayoral primary. The Democratic primary for mayor of New York City was thrown into a state of confusion Tuesday when election officials retracted their latest report on the vote count after realizing it had been corrupted by test data never cleared from a computer system. The bungle was a black mark on New York City's first mayoral foray into ranked choice voting and seemed to confirm worries that the city's Board of Elections, which is jointly run by Democrats and Republicans, was unprepared to implement the new system. Now, ranked choice voting is interesting because, and I kind of like it. I don't know if you know what it is. Basically, to explain, say there's 5 candidates, right? And you want number 4 as your first choice. But say number 4 doesn't make it, and it's between 1 and 2. So when you vote for number 4, you would say, I want number 4 to win. If number 4 doesn't win, then I would choose number 2 instead. So the way it works would be, okay, number 4 is out. It's between 1 and 2. So your vote then goes to number 2. Now, I'm sure there's things I'm not seeing as far as it could be, I don't know, abused maybe, or I'm not an expert in any sense, but from what I understand, it kind of is, if the guy that you're voting for, or girl, whatever, the person you're voting for doesn't make it, is not even close to being voted in, then your vote isn't lost, right? You still have like some semblance of say as far as who your vote goes to. So it opens it up for more people, I think. I don't know. There's something about it that I like. Anyway, to get back to this. So New York's trying it, right? The disarray began as evening fell when the board abruptly withdrew data it had released earlier in the day purporting to be a first round of results from the ranked choice system. That data had indicated that Brooklyn Borough President Eric Adams, a former police captain, who would be the city's second black mayor, had lost much of his lead and was ahead of former Sanitation Commission Catherine Garcia by fewer than 16,000 votes. Then the Board of Elections tweeted that it was aware of a discrepancy in the report on ranked choice voting results. It didn't initially explain what that discrepancy was, even as it pulled the data from its website. Just before 10:30 p.m., it released a statement saying that 135,000 ballots images it had put into its computer system for testing purposes had never been cleared. The board apologized for this error and has taken immediate measures to ensure the most accurate, up-to-date results are reported, it said in a statement. The results initially released Tuesday, then withdrawn, were incomplete to begin with because they didn't include any of the nearly 125,000 absentee ballot cast in the Democratic primary. The Associated Press removed Tuesday's vote update from its published vote count after the board pulled the results. Adams' campaign, which had publicly pointed out the vote discrepancy shortly after the faulty count was released, said in a statement that it remained confident he would ultimately prevail. I'm just going to take a pause and just think. What if he was losing by 100,000 votes? Right? What if he was losing and that's what they wanted? He was winning by 16,000 votes. And then suddenly Whoa, we found discrepancies. All right, now, I'm just a hypothetical question, YouTube. All right, hypotheticals. I'm just asking a question because this is suspicious. I'm glad that they came out and finally, hey, we've got this discrepancy. These votes weren't supposed to be in here, but they were in there. They shouldn't have been in there in the first place. Why are test ballots in the actual ballots? Why are they mixed in at all? Period. Just that fact alone is a problem, right? But could it have been used for malicious means? Could they have then chosen to keep them in if their candidate was winning? I don't know who they wanted to win. They meaning whoever was in charge of these test ballots. I'm just asking a question. I'm not making any sort of claim, but it is rather curious. The publicized vote totals had included an unexpected jump in number of ballots counted Tuesday compared to the number counted on the day of the primary. Almost like a sudden uptick of votes? Sounds familiar. Garcia said in a late afternoon news conference before the numbers were withdrawn that she was confident that she had a path to victory but wasn't counting any chickens before they hatched. Later, her campaign issued a statement saying the BOE's release of incorrect ranked choice votes is deeply troubling and requires much more transparent and complete explanation. Every ranked choice and absentee vote must be counted accurately so that all New Yorkers have faith in our democracy and our government. Elections officials had planned on conducting another round of ranked choice analysis on July 6th that would include absentee ballots. A note posted on the Board of Elections website indicated it would try posting accurate results without absentee ballots on Wednesday. New York City's primary went into a state of suspended animation a week ago while officials prepared to give the public its first look at results from the city's new ranked choice voting system. Under the system, voters could rank up to 5 candidates in order of preference. Oh, that's great. So you had 5 people to actually choose from in order of who you'd like the seat to go to. Since no candidate was the first choice of more than 50% of the voters, a computer on Tuesday tabulated ballots in a series of rounds that worked like instant runoffs. Okay. Instantly, I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, so we have a computer that's in control of everything. Oh, man, this is a mess. This is a hot mess. So it's a new way of voting, a new system. Granted, there's parts of it that I actually like. I think it could be good. But again, just as I first said right off the bat, it seems sketchy. It seems like it could be taken advantage of. We've got it all running through computer programs. Whether or not they can be hacked, I don't know. Okay? But 135,000 extra votes is a freaking problem. Let's see. Each round, the candidate in last place was eliminated. Votes cast for that person were then redistributed to the surviving candidates based on whoever voters put next on their ranking list. The process is repeated until only 2 candidates were left. Besides Adam and Garcia, civil rights lawyer Maya Wiley was also still within striking distance of victory. When voting ended June 22nd, election officials only released results showing who voters put down as their first choice for the job. In that count, Adams had a lead of 75,000 votes over Wiley and with Garcia close behind in third. Wiley was critical of BOE, saying the chaos Tuesday is not just failure to count votes properly today, it is a result of generations of failures that have gone unaddressed. Generations of failures. Wow. That's a bold statement coming from people that basically say, the elections are, solid, right? That they're the most secure elections in years. Right. Then, of course, it goes into the elections here. Ahead of the 2016 election, it mistakenly purged tens of thousands of voters from voting rolls. In 2018, Voters had to wait in line for several hours at some polling places over equipment issues. In 2020, it struggled to process applications for absentee ballots and initially sent many voters ballots with return envelopes printed with the wrong people's names on them. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I mean, how many issues do we have to have before people go, okay, the system's kind of messed up? We need to check the system and make sure that it's all legit. I mean, come on, right? So the rest of the article just goes on to talk about each individual candidate, but it's not about the candidates themselves. I'm not talking about the mayoral race. I'm talking about the issues with the voting systems, because we have issues with it. All right, there's errors, there's discrepancies, and I think that it should have an audit. And I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting an audit, right? A fraudit, as these Democrats are now saying. Colorado banned an audit. Why can't we have an audit? Why wouldn't you want to prove that your candidate won legitimately? What's wrong with that? Wouldn't you want to do that to shut down the people who disagree? The Americans that think they are, deserving of an audit to prove to them that they've had their candidate win or lose? I don't know. It's something to think about. All right, but on that note, let's talk about Gavin Newsom. I don't know how much you know about Gavin Newsom, but for certain he looks like an evil villain here. That smile is very creepy. All right, ad hominem. I don't want to... It is the way he looks like, right? Whatever. I don't mean to make fun of the way he looks, but, calling a spade a spade. This guy is rather evil. He's practically sold California out. On Monday, Democratic legislators who dominate the California legislature passed a bill, SB 152, that will allow them to move up the recall election of Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom, galvanizing GOP legislators who accused Newsom of cheating in order to ensure the recall effort fails. Newsom signed the bill on Monday. Oh, what a surprise. Republican Assemblyman Kevin Kiley stated, "The conclusion is inescapable that Gavin Newsom is cheating in the recall, and this legislation is his willing accomplice." GOP Assemblyman Vince Fong echoed, "It is an attempt to put a thumb on the scale to try to obtain a partisan outcome for one side." He's manipulating the system. University of California, Berkeley political scientist Professor Jack Citrin added, "They're trying to create a situation that is most favorable for the partisan outcome that they favor." The Democrats' move would permit the recall election to take at least 30 days earlier than under existing state law. Democrats hope to take advantage of what they view as favorable conditions for Newsom as the state moves on from the worst days of the pandemic and related restrictions, the Associated Press reported, adding recall organizers collected 1.7 million signatures in support of recalling Newsom, and he'll face an election later this year. Without the recall, he'd face voters in 2022 for a regularly scheduled re-election. The bill allows Democrats to circumvent the legislative review process if legislators target funds for counties to pay for the cost of the election. The State Department of Finance already sought a cost estimate from counties, and lawmakers plan to approve $215 million to cover the local expense, AP noted. Joshua Spivak, who supervises the recall elections blog, told AP that normally when recalls alter election laws, it occurs after the election. In 2017, California Democrats changed the recall rules in order to protect State Senate Josh Newman from a recall effort, but Newman was not involved in the effort, Kiley noted, charging that bare minimum level of decency exhibited by Senator Josh Newman is way too much to ask of Governor Gavin Newsom. We have the unprecedented circumstance where Governor Gavin Newsom, with a stroke of a pen, will be changing California law in order to try to beat back his own recall. He signed the bill on Monday. It's ridiculous. Nathan Click, a spokesman for Newsom's campaign, didn't respond to multiple requests for comment about whether the campaign had communicated with Democratic lawmakers about recall timing. You think they did? Of course they did. Of course they talked about it. He signed the bill. He knows exactly what they're doing. It's ridiculous. So this is the statement of the bill, SB 152. Existing law requires the Department of Finance to estimate the costs of a recall election upon notification from the Secretary of State that voters have signed a recall petition in sufficient numbers to initiate a recall election. Existing law requires the Department of Finance to submit the cost of estimate to the governor, the Secretary of State, and the chairperson of the Joint Legislative Budget Committee within 30 days of receiving that notice. Existing law prohibits the Secretary of State from certifying the sufficiency of the signatures until the Joint Legislative Budget Committee has had 30 days to review and comment on the Department of Finance's cost estimate. This bill will allow the Secretary of State to certify the sufficiency of the signatures before the Joint Legislative Budget Committee has had 30 days to review and comment on the estimate if the legislator had appropriated funds it determines are reasonably necessary to conduct the recall election and has designated funds for that purpose in the Budget Act or another statute. Whew. All right. So basically, they're just trying to tweak it so that he can be like, well, didn't get the funds or something along those lines, twisting it, making so that he doesn't have to face this recall. This is one thing that I know about Gavin Newsom. Nobody likes Gavin Newsom. Nobody. I don't like Gavin Newsom. Do you like Gavin Newsom? This dude gave $1 billion of taxpayer money to China last year. Remember that? And what did they get from it? Like $300 million worth of PPE gear. That's it. Where'd the rest of that money go, Gavin Newsom? That's a problem. Not to mention all the other things about Gavin Newsom. But one thing I know is nobody in California that I know, even my liberal friends, I don't even call them friends anymore because they basically cut me out of their life when I made my political statement last year of who I was voting for. Even they said, I can't stand Gavin Newsom. Nobody I know likes Gavin Newsom. And good riddance. This guy's getting recalled. I don't think he can change whatever rules that he wants. The people want him gone. 1.7 million signatures. 1.7 million signatures. That's crazy. They got 1.7 million people to go out of their way to sign a petition. I know it doesn't sound like much, right? But people are lazy inherently. Come on. 1.77 million signatures. This dude's going bye-bye. All right? Bye-bye, Gavin Newsom. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Let's move on. Let's talk about Asteroid Day. So, obviously, this was yesterday. It's July. Happy July, by the way. So, yesterday was Asteroid Day. What is Asteroid Day, you might ask? Well, I've got a pleasant little article from asteroidday.org. They actually have a website, Asteroid Day. Asteroid Day, as observed annually on the 30th of June, is the United Nations sanctioned day of public awareness of the risks of asteroid impacts. Our mission is to educate the public about the risks and opportunities of asteroids year-round by hosting events, providing educational resources, and regular communications to our global audience on multiple digital platforms. It's a pretty great website. They got a lot of cool things on here that you can check out. They have lots of live events that they're constantly doing. But I found it really interesting because I didn't know that Dr. Brian May, the guitar player from Queen, well, one is an astrophysicist, amazing. I had no idea. But he's one of the people who co-founded it. Asteroid Day was co-founded by astrophysicist and famed musician Dr. Brian May of the rock group Queen, Apollo 9 astronaut Rusty Schwickart, filmmaker Greg Rickards, and B612 Foundation President Danica Remy, to educate the public about the importance of asteroids, their role in the formation of our solar system, their impact on space resources, and the importance of defending our planet from future impacts. I think that's one of the most important things about this. Asteroid Day is observed annually on the 30th of June to mark the date of Earth's largest asteroid impact in recorded history, the Siberia Tunguska event. Now, that's key to note there. It's the largest asteroid impact in recorded history. I don't know if you know about Chicxulub, but we'll talk about that in a second. I've actually done a little report on what Chicxulub was months ago, probably in episode 40 or something. I don't know. That's just a random stab. But, late in last year, I did a segment on it. But I want to talk about the Tunguska event, because I actually hadn't heard of this one. So the Tunguska event was a massive explosion that occurred near the Podkamennaya Tunguska River in Russia on the morning of June 30th, 1908. The explosion over the sparsely populated eastern Siberian taiga flattened an estimated 80 million trees over an area of 830 square miles of forest. And eyewitness reports suggest that at least 3 people may have died in the event. The explosion is generally attributed to the airburst of stony meteoroid, about 100 meters in size, 333 feet. That's a huge meteor. That's crazy. It is classified as an impact event, even though no impact crater has been found. The object is thought to have disintegrated at an altitude of 5 to 10 kilometers or 3 to 6 miles, rather than have hit the surface of Earth. Owing to the remoteness of the site and the limited instrumentation available at the time of the event, modern scientific interpretations of its cause and magnitude have relied chiefly on damage assessments and geological studies conducted many years after the event. Studies have yielded different estimates of the meteoroid's size, on the order of 50 to 190 meters, 160 to 620 feet, depending on whether the body entered with a low or a high speed. It is estimated that the shock wave from the airburst would have measured 5.0 on the Richter magnitude scale, and estimates of its energy have ranged from 3 to 30 megatons of TNT. An explosion of this magnitude would be capable of destroying a large metropolitan area. Since 1908 event, there have been an estimated of 1,000 scholarly papers, most in Russian, obviously it happened in Russia, published on the Tunguska explosion. In 2013, a team of researchers published the results of an analysis of microsamples from a peat bog near the center of the affected area, which show fragments that may be of extraterrestrial origin. So, the Tunguska event is the largest impact on Earth in recorded history, though much larger impacts have occurred in prehistoric times. It has been mentioned numerous times in popular culture and has also inspired real-world discussion of asteroid impact avoidance. I think this is the number one reason why we need to get into space. Because there are thousands of asteroids flying around us all the time. All the time. A lot of them are harmless. We don't have to worry about them. We just discovered a new object entering our solar system. We had Oumuamua that entered back in 2017. We have things come from interstellar space. There could be something coming that we don't know right now. And we might find out it's going to hit us in 6 months. And what are we going to do? There's literally nothing we can do about it. We need to protect Earth. And it's a very real thing that could happen, that an asteroid could hit us, right? I mean, look at this. This is from Zero Henge. Thousands of asteroids whiz past Earth. Now, you think there's a direct correlation with instruments that we use, the science that we have available to us now, where we didn't have back in 1990, where it shows close to near zero, right? To up to 16,420 near us, up to 26,000, I guess. Jeez. So this is the number of near-Earth asteroids that we've known of as of June 2021. That's a lot. That's a lot of near-Earth asteroids. Now, are any of us going to hit them? Every so often there's an article, oh, there's an asteroid coming by that will come within a certain range of Earth. And every time I read it, I'm like, oh man, that's close, but we're lucky that it's not actually hitting us. Whew, right? Because, I mean, I don't know if you guys know about Chicxulub. This is the Chicxulub crater is down in the Yucatan Peninsula, down in Mexico. And let's see if I can find out where is the large asteroid. Oh, it was formed when a large asteroid around 10 kilometers, 6 miles in diameter, struck the Earth. This thing hit so strongly that it created an uptick of... So what happened is pushed all the water outside, right? And it was molten. And water rushed back in, cooled it, and that mixture shot up into the atmosphere. It was like molten rain, and it blocked out the sun. That's how crazy this was. 6 miles, and it hit us. I mean, they say this is part of the reason why the dinosaurs died. This was 66 million years ago. What happened 65 million years ago? Yeah, the dinosaurs died out. Right. Because it killed everything. Nearly everything. Very, very small things were able to survive. Obviously, life on this planet wasn't destroyed completely, thankfully. But the importance of understanding that we have to be prepared for this, because it's happened before. It can happen again. We're lucky that it hasn't happened and taken us out while we are unprepared for it, because the truth of the matter is we are unprepared for it. So I think it's very important that we get into space and we get ready in case something does happen. If we notice something coming towards us, are we going to be able to move it out of our way, blow it up so that it's in small pieces that our atmosphere can burn it up and not have it destroy us? I think it's incredible. We have to worry about these things. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about... This is a fun article that I found. My camera's out of focus. Is it? No, you know what it is? It's not my... This camera sucks. Let's be honest. This camera sucks. All right, I don't have a really expensive camera anymore. I was using Tim's cameras, and he was grateful to let me borrow them. I'm going to be getting a new camera. This is the camera that I used for my Twitch channel. So I'm sorry about that, guys. Don't worry. I will be getting a new camera eventually. Once I get to my new studio, I get back to my house. When I finally get my house, I'm going to worry about that. So we'll see. Yeah. I got you guys. All right, let's talk about the Olympic Games. Now, I don't want to talk about these activist athletes. I'm not talking about these guys. I'm talking about forgotten events that used to be a part of Olympics. Some are cool. Some are kind of weak. Like they were just trying to come up with stuff. Anyway, this is from Reuters. The forgotten events. And it's great because it's actually illustrated. Let's see here. Blah, blah, blah. Here we take a look at some of the most interesting and obscure events that did not stand the test of time and no longer feature in the games. Some from over 100 years ago didn't make it beyond just one Olympics. First one, 200-meter obstacle swimming. That's right. You actually had to climb into a boat. Look at this. Where's the full course? Here we go. The course. You start, you dive in, you got to go up and over the pole, up and into a small boat, under a small boat, and then the finish. Okay, I could see why this one didn't make it. It's a little weak. Now this one, plunge for distance. So literally you dive in and you're not allowed to move. That's right. You just dive in. They were to remain motionless while traveling underwater. Once their face was above the water, the judge stopped the distance measurement. So the judge would walk along, make sure they didn't move. Don't you move. You can't move, because as soon as you move, you're disqualified. Okay, that's so boring. In fact, that's what I think they said here. People were just like not about it. Underwater swim. This one also, look, was featured. The underwater swim was featured in the 1900 Olympics in Paris, but was dropped for later editions due to the lack of spectator appeal. Yeah, no one cared. The underwater swim. Great. All right, so the event took place in a river and had a limit of 60 meters for swimmers who received 1 point for every second they stayed underwater and 2 points for every meter that they swam underwater. Frenchman Charles Devin Deville won gold with an underwater effort of 1 minute and 8 seconds after reaching a maximum distance of 60 meters. He beat fellow Frenchman Andre Six by 3 seconds. I have a feeling that would have been absolutely destroyed nowadays. But still, meh. Look at this guy. 100 meters for sailor. In arguably the most niche sport of Olympic history, 1896 Athens Games hosted a 100-meter swim open only to sailors of the Greek Royal Navy. So it is literally just for sailors. Okay. No wonder that one didn't make it, because that's kind of hilarious. This is the Cesta Punta. It's a variation of the Basque pelota game. Historians say sport stems from ancient French games known as jeu de paume, a common ancestor of tennis. This looks like, what was it? Also Highlight or something? I don't know. Almost swore there. Let's see, what is it? Yeah, this looks like ancient Aztec. Don't we see this in like ancient Aztec games? I don't know, something crazy like that. But yeah, let's see. 40 meters, the ball goes up to 270 kilometers an hour. Didn't someone get like, isn't this like super risky? People could get killed with this. Get hit with a ball going 270 kilometers an hour. Let's see, the ball in this game is very hard, has a consistency similar to that of a golf ball, but is of slightly larger size. So a slightly larger golf ball traveling at 270 kilometers an hour, that's really fast. That's crazy fast. Okay, then we got equestrian Olympics, the long jump and the high jump. Pretty self-explanatory. High jump, which is rather dangerous, and the long jump, which is less dangerous but also dangerous. I can see why that's not really an Olympic sport, because Olympics is like human feats, right? Not horses. It's a little different. It's more about what the human body can do. Tug of war. All right, now this one I'm a little bummed we don't have anymore. Like, can we bring back tug of war? Can we bring it back? Can we bring back tug of war, please? Let's do that. The Oxford Dictionary published in one of its volumes that tug of war originally meant a decisive contest, the real struggle or tussle, a severe contest for supremacy. Maybe that's what it is, supremacy. Oh no. And look, it's a bunch of white people. Originally classified by the International Olympic Committee as part of athletics, tug of war was later moved to its own category away from any other sport. Tug of war, pulling the rope, or rope war, the discipline is known almost everywhere in the world with slight name changes. There are records in rock carvings in the ruins of Angkor Wat in Cambodia, and ancient Greeks practiced it as well as ancient Chinese dynasties, among many others. This has been around forever. Why? Why did we get rid of this? What? Look at this. We got, in 1904, we got the U.S. gold team from St. Louis. Oh, we got Sweden, Stockholm team, 1912. All right, nice. In all, tug-of-war appeared 5 times as an official sport in the Olympic Games, with tweaked rules ranging from 5 to 8 team members. During the 1900 Games, the winning team was a Danish-Swedish mix. Mind you, they only had one bout to win against Racing Club de France. You know what? Although it says Paris. Oh, it must be where the games were taking place. Okay. Why did we get rid of that? Seriously. Who would want to see tug-of-war? I want to see tug-of-war. That sounds awesome. Let's bring back tug-of-war. Come on. Or you can call it whatever. Pulling the rope, rope war, tug of war. Bring it back. Let's do this. And then we got some weightlifting stuff. Dumbbell lifts. They have a bunch of different ways of doing it here. And a different tally system. Army rifle shooting. And this makes sense, though. It's also kind of like, I don't know, I'm hit and miss with this. I'm not against the shooting part. It's, like I said earlier with the horse, it's a human feat. But it is challenging to shoot at a distance. And not only were they shooting at a distance, they were shooting a moving target. Look, it was on a railway line, this deer target that was moving down 100 meters down. That's challenging. 100 meters down, shooting at a moving target. Okay. That's pretty good, actually. I wouldn't mind to see that come back. Who am I kidding? Then we got cricket and croquet. I don't know if I'm even saying that right. And then we got demonstration sports, which is like, looks like firefighters here. Lots of random things. We got a hot air balloon for some reason. Anyway, moral of the story is, let's bring back tug of war. Yes. Okay. Let's get into some of these here super chats. How you guys doing? Thanks for tuning in with me. I know I wasn't here yesterday. Sorry about that. Google cut me off from my own channel because I am not currently in the United States. And shooting is a sport. Yeah. Well, all right. Well, then why did they get rid of that? All right. I am going to find some super chats because I see that some of them are missing. You know how they do. I saw a couple good ones. If you haven't smashed the like button yet, what are you waiting for? Also, please subscribe. Please share my videos. I've seen an uptick of subscriptions, and that's thanks to you guys sharing my videos, spreading the good Crigler word around. I really do appreciate you guys doing that. Thank you so much. I see a bunch of people on Twitter posting my videos, sharing them. Thank you guys. You guys are the best. Oh, did you guys see that Trump started his own Twitter? It's called Gettr. Gettr. I'm probably going to do a segment on it tomorrow. But pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. Robert Wiles says, you have a blessed soul, Adam. Have a blessed day and blessed life doing what you love. And thanks for all you do for us. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate that. Mark G says, dang it, not early enough to beat Robert. Mark G again says, having trouble trying to be the first super chat? Wish you had that extra jolt of energy to make you type quicker? Then drink Crigler coffee. The only coffee guaranteed to not make you woke, but just wake you up. I added that last little bit, but Robert Shaw says, Robert is a bot. How else is he that fast? Short Bus Dave says, it's my 35th birthday today. Love you, Adam. High five. High five. Happy birthday, Short Bus Dave. Let's get some happy birthdays going in chat for Short Bus Dave. Thanks, buddy. Robert Shaw says, at least Google has tight security. True. That's true. I'm glad that they protect it. I was able to get back in. It is a little annoying that I wasn't able to do my show. but I am back. Sejong says, welcome back, Adam. Awesome. What's up, Sejong? Thank you for tuning in. And thank you for that super chat. Christopher West says, just finished shooting my first role in a feature film. When acting or modeling, did you experience a strong leftist culture? Was it alienating? No, actually, not at all. I don't think I dealt with politics once in any of my modeling career or acting. I did do some acting as well. No, I think this was, and I was pretty much in the late aughts was like my peak modeling. And I think it was like 2012, 2013 when all of that rhetoric really started getting thick. And I was more skateboarding. I moved on from my career after that point. So, but congratulations, Christopher. That's awesome. Mark Robershaw says, need a UFO travel version. I know. I need a little something to spin, right? I don't know. Maybe one day. Brian says, happy Canada Day. Oh, is it Canada Day today? All right. I didn't know. Robershaw says, rank voting is how it's done in Australia. Like it matters. The politicians break promises all the time. Keep getting voted in because party loyalty with voters. That's true. Is it really going to make a difference? All right. I don't know. Robershaw says, we have a bridge that was built in the 80s. It's 2 lanes. It's now a main road. Always queues for miles. Should be at least 4 lanes. It even has supports for it. Well, that sucks. Sorry. Somewhat skeptical Southerner says, oh, a little discrepancy in votes? We all know, but the overlords forbid it being said. Yeah, we all know. Darth Call says, cheers, brother. Hey, Call, how you doing, mate? Good to see you, mate. I do miss playing with you, dude. I haven't Twitched in a while. I go by Commodore Crigler on my Twitch channel. Darth Call is somebody that I play with quite often. He dresses up as many different things, but basically he's been Jack Sparrow for a little while because Sea of Thieves came out with something new. But definitely go check him out over on Twitch. Darth Call on Twitch, definitely worth checking him out. Robershaw says, but every election it gets brought up and promises are made, then nothing happens. Why? Because it's a safe seat people voted who their parents voted for. Yeah, that nailed it. The Blank Podcast with Ian Slater says, not to interrupt your flow of thought, 2 things. 1, do you think a rig is or will be happening in NYC elections? And 2, did you see the Many Saints of Newark trailer? The second questions can be answered later. No, I haven't seen it, that trailer. And do I think it's rigged? I don't know. I don't want to say definitively whether it is or not, because I'm not sure. It certainly is suspect, though. It is majorly suspicious, right? Government and infrastructure projects are lazy, big wastes of money, corrupt, and take decades to build. And each lane on a highway, F government, F Bezos. I bet you can tell who that was. You were right. It's Mark Robershaw. The podcast again says, Newsom pick is American Psycho 2 poster. Thank you. I know. I have to bring you guys back. And just, if you guys missed this from earlier, I mean, who does that look like? Right? That is some major American Psycho vibes. Major. Let's see. Mark Robershaw says, Gavin Newsom is what California pooped out. California is anything under $999. Anything under $1,000 is free, right? People are just walking into stores and stealing stuff. It's craziness. California, I wouldn't want to live there anymore. Man, that place. Oof. Robershaw says, Gavin supplies Nancy her ice cream made of cheese. No, I don't even want to read that, Robershaw. Gross. There's a limit, sir. Robershaw says, I personally welcome all asteroids. I am not a bigot. All right, there you go. Robershaw says, Tunguska wasn't welcome in Russia, so was deported. No, it was exploded upon entry. Robershaw says, someone is always coming. I mean, something, yeah. Jordan says, The Taal volcano in the Philippines is about to erupt again. Look it up. Oh wow, the Taal Taal volcano. I will definitely check it out. Let's see. Oh, it is underway right now. Mass evacuation underway as Philippines raises danger level for the Taal volcano. I will keep an eye on it. Thanks for letting me know. Robert Shaw says Jupiter is the great protector. Thanks, Jupiter. It's true, actually. It's huge, and it has a very strong gravity that pulls in a lot of stuff that would eventually hit us. Robert Shaw says asteroids hit every day. They mostly burn up in the atmosphere. Very true. And also, they hit our moon. I don't know if you guys know this. Let me pull this picture up because it's actually really cool. I found this picture. It's the picture of the backside of our moon. For those who don't know, the moon never changes. We always see the same face every time, right? The moon is locked. So we always are seeing the same face of the moon. And I found a picture of the other side of the moon, and it's very cool to see. Check this out. The moon, the side we never see. What do you notice about it? It's covered in holes. This thing gets bombarded, right? It's kind of like a little mini shield also that's protecting us. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Nico says dwarf planet sized asteroid is coming from the Oort cloud or interstellar space in 2031 to fly by Saturn. Maybe that's what I read about from interstellar space. I'm gonna look back. I'm gonna look into that. That's interesting. Robert Shaw says, just look at the moon. SOL is a dangerous place. That simple note says better than no cam, I suppose. Very true. No, I like my cam. You know, it gets the job done. It also is the lighting. Although I could turn the lights up. Let me see if I can turn these things up a little bit. Let me show me what you guys think. Should I? Come on, register the other one. Okay. I could turn up the volume a little bit on the lights. How's that look? Is it too much? Too bright? Ooh, did I just blow myself out? I don't know. I'm terrible with that. Slightly colorblind. Am I too yellow too? I have no idea. I don't know. I don't care. I'm just glad you guys are here. Mark G says, we know you are pretty. We can live with potato video quality for now. Oh, well, thank you, Mark G. I appreciate that. Bobcat says, asteroids are just one reason why we need an orbital ring built. Make it cheap to move equipment and people into space, and we can have orbital colonies and better defenses against space threats. Right. I know, we got to get in there. We gots to get out there. I just wanted to read. Oh, you know what? You know what we haven't done in a while, guys? Roll the die. All right, I've officially rolled the die. Come on, it keeps landing in a spot. All right, I've rolled it. Good luck, have fun. So you guys know the deal. 1 through 20. Winner gets absolutely nothing but bragging rights until I roll it again. Right? Good luck, good luck. Let's see. Decade says, gotta send you some douche for the new camera, dude. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. I do need to get a new camera soon. Robert Shaw says, imagine space-based Olympic Games. Oh, I can imagine that, Robert Shaw. I love it. Like Ender's Game meets not fighting, not shooting stuff, right? All right, we got all the numbers rolling in. We got a winner. We got a winner. It's Die Fun. I rolled a natural 20. Congratulations, you won absolutely nothing. Don't spend it all in the same place. Thanks for playing. Robert Shaw says, boomerang distance throwing for Olympics. Nice. Joel says, the channel Operations Meteor that abridges the anime Gundam Wing is getting terminated due to Bandai's copyright claims. They have a Twitter thread about it. Interesting. Operations Meteor. I don't know anything about that, but that sucks. Mark G says the staying underwater. I can't click on links. It doesn't. They don't work. Mark G says the staying underwater game was canceled due to mobsters cheating with cement shoes. Oof. Rob Shaw says Biden was the first Olympian. Okay. Hold on. I just had a super chat jump. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. You guys are the best. Mark Robershaw says banning tug of war is homophobic. Oh my gosh, you guys with the jokes. Lionheart says hands down, I would tune in just for tug of war. Right? Who doesn't want to see different countries going up against each other? Because that's what the Olympics is. Like, let's freaking tug of war. It's awesome. I remember playing tug of war in like different camp. You know, you get like all your friends tugging on the freaking rope trying to win. I've won and lost. It was great. Robert Shaw says Death Row Gladiator matches winner goes free. Jeez. No. Mark G says why combine tug of war and rifle shooting game? That would be deadly. Robert Shaw says Mars will be nice when the sun goes red giant. Okay, true. That's true. Robert Shaw says it's not rigged, it's fortified. FFS language, people. Language. Red Mage says off topic, but wanted to ask about Sweden. Want to ask about traveling there right now and where to visit. Been meaning to visit a friend who I first met in Japan in 2018, moved back to Sweden, and has told me to come visit her. As of yesterday, you can now visit. I don't know if you're an American citizen, but Americans can now visit Sweden. You just have to have a negative COVID test within 48 hours of arriving. That's the only restriction. Other than that, you can come visit. And then as far as where to visit wherever your friend is. If she's near Stockholm, Stockholm's a beautiful city. If she's near Malmo, also a beautiful city. And then if not either of those things, most things tend to be on the southern half of Sweden. The northern half of Sweden is a bunch of mountainous. I don't want to see barren because there are people that live up there. But I would visit south of Sweden. It's beautiful here, though. Robert Shaw says Moon's backside is tough and firm. Nice. Robert Shaw says, have it said F Bezos yet? Yeah, you said it earlier, but, you know, thanks for the extra super chat. Mavis says, just found out 2012, the world almost died. Almost did end. We missed getting hit by a coronal mass ejection by 1 week. Would have knocked out the power. Wow, that would have been crazy, eh? Robert Shaw says, Mavis, the world did end. Everything changed in 2012. Everything did seem to change in 2012, 2013. It's crazy. Mark G says, JP would always win tug of war with their sumos. A Japanese would. Maybe. It's an interesting point of view. Robert Shaw says, Tube would smash the tug of war. Goodness, you guys and your jokes. Joel says, they can't post videos anymore. You're the only channel I thought to get the message out. It's under Operation Meteor on Twitter. I'll check it out. Yeah, that sucks. Robert Shaw says, oh, did I say F Bezos? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. All right. You guys are fantastic. Please smash the like button if you haven't. Also, share my videos. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will be back, of course, tomorrow. It's Friday. It's jam night. I'll be jamming tomorrow. I got my guitar right here. You know, I do jam a little bit. You know. But yes, smash that like button. My beard is getting rather itchy right now. Oh, keep scratching it. When I talk a lot, this right here is getting really long. So when I talk, it like tickles my nose. it's super annoying. So I think the beard's getting to the point where I'm about to get rid of it. And honestly, truth be told, same with my hair. I'm getting super fed up with both this and this right now. I might show up one day just clean shaven with short hair. Fair warning, all right? Fair warning. I'm warning you guys. Those who are still here with me right now have been warned. But thank you for smashing the like button. We just hit over 800 likes. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for all your super chats. Thank you for your support. You guys are the absolute best. I will see you guys next time. I'm going to put up my Odyssey page so you guys can go check it out and play a little guitar.